Don't stop it, keep it coming. We can make it last forever. I can ride with you all night. We gonna have a good time. She's giving me a good vibe. And you got me where you want. And all I wanna do is enjoy the pleasure of you. Hey baby, bring it on to me. I want your kiss, your love, your touch, girl, everything. You got me caught in the moment. The way you're pushing all upon it. And it's in the my system. And while we slow grind, baby, just listen. I can see it in your eyes. You're in another world. There's no one else around. It's just me and you. Just let your head down and be free with me. Baby, I'm all yours tonight. Girl, you tell me what you want. And all I wanna do is enjoy the pleasure of you. Don't stop it, keep it coming. We can make it last forever. I can ride with you all night. We gonna have a good time. She's giving me a good vibe. And you got me where you want. And all I wanna do is enjoy the pleasure of you. Hey baby, bring it on to me. You're looking real good with your freakum dress on. The closer we get, girl, it's turning me on. A couple more shots and we both lit. Throw it to me, baby, I know what to do with it. Cause I got this Henny in my system. And while we slow grind, baby, just listen, yeah. I can see it in your eyes, you're in another world. There's no one else around, it's just me and you. Just let your head down and be free with me. Baby, I'm all yours tonight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's a full moon, let yourself be down. Knowing the stars come out. And there's a full moon, let yourself be down. Oh, knowing the sun comes down. And there's a full moon, let yourself be down. And there's a full moon. Girl, you got me. Girl, you got me where you want. And all I wanna do is enjoy the pleasure of you. Don't stop and keep it going. We can make it last forever. I can ride with you all night. Good time. She's giving me a good vibe. And you got me where you want. And all I wanna do is enjoy the pleasure of you.
Headed to the corner store, could already smell the aromas of death, lust, and hydro. While kids playing out in the streets, making one to pop their mouths, talking disrespectful. Hell, you never see their parents around. A block away from my crib, walking through a gang slang and gang bang. Lost souls repeating the same things, but you wish that I could move right now, but I can't. So since we're both here, maybe you could take my hand and walk with me. Come walk with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. Where redemption ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. About 2 more blocks to go before I reach my destination. Perspiration, 97 degrees, I'ma need that hydration. Contemplating for the first time of buying a strap. Cause only 50 feet from my current stance, some brothers getting jacked. And I can't do a thing besides walk on by. Because I don't have some heat like they do. Yet it's still my heart cries. Only one more block to go to finish my mission. And it's my favorite block cause it's sister that I've been feeling. Hey, what's up, Aisha? Damn, what happened to your eye? But I would be a lie acting like it's the first time. Only once can you play victim when you find that someone's toxic. After that, you're a willing participant in all the night. She replied, I really wish that I could leave, but I can't. So since we're both here, maybe you could take my hand and walk with me. Come walk with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. Where redemption ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Maybe if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Maybe if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand.
All right, Omaha, welcome to the Boss Morning Show. We'll keep it rolling this morning. Today is Making Money Monday. Be purposeful making money. It's a mindset. Boss with me. Got Bacon coming in at our Congressman at 8 o'clock today.
Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior sound cry, walk. Warrior sound cry, walk. Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior feel like me. Earthman say love her. Earthman can't compare. My praise is still be king. Can't stop living like golden. Hit the fan bell running, we rolling. Polish like living like golden. Polish style living like golden. I wake up, I feel like I'm chosen. My life golden, the crown and the Rolex. Here where my ancestors changed. They like we're stolen, we back to collect. I need the same gold. Got me a pin, put a thorn in that beat. Yeah, we this shit, we just masking the sin. My bro, he a savage, his name on the list, he get nice with the pin. I feel the spirit blowing in the wind, working even when the moon ain't lit. Some be slaves to the game, but we own our own masters and witch. Warrior sound cry, walk. Warrior sound cry, walk. Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior sound cry, walk. Warrior sound cry, walk. Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior feel like me. Earthman say love her. Earthman can't compare. My praise is still be king. Can't stop living like golden. Hit the fan bell running, we rolling. Polish like living like golden. Polish style living like golden. Kingdom come, guess my time has arrived. Copper prince, aboriginal rise. My ancestors told me you wait to kill Colby. You know my next movie, no surprise. I'm about to slide at the village. I got my eye on all y'all pilgrims. All you need for there's a creation. Spirit culture got separated. This is a war zone where my banshee sound of a battle cry, raining and dancing, came with arrows and guns and matches, holding my ground 10 toes standing. Warrior sound cry, walk. Warrior sound cry, walk. Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior sound cry, walk. Warrior sound cry, walk. Lit like bit, let go. Moving that wall like Mo. Warrior feel like me. Earthman say love her. Earthman can't compare. My praise is still be king. Can't stop living like golden. Hit the fan bell running, we rolling. Polish like living like golden. Polish style living like golden.
Yeah. Let the bass drop and throw you around. Snatch your cat back, honey, throw them cheeks to the ground. Let the beat rock. That's on your hips. Now you got your dirty whining with some aggressiveness. Let the time stop. So let the song play, cause it's feeling kinda good like a mini escape. Let me live it up. Ain't no stopping me now. I'm too deep in the zone to leave it alone. Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Throw them cheeks to the ground. Throw them cheeks to the ground. Throw them cheeks to the ground. Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Throw them hips to the ground. Throw them hips to the ground now, now. This is the Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Throw your shoulders around. Throw your shoulders around. Throw your shoulders around. Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Though you're knocking around. Though you're knocking around now. Let the ladies rock. Cause we're getting it on. And there ain't no way to stop us cause we're setting the tone. Let the beats pop. Cause we're slaying them down. And if you ain't noticed, honey, we like wearing the crown. Yeah. Let the people talk. Cause we know they like the sound of the way their voices is carrying now. Let it all drop. Let it all fall down. We just want one night with no problems around. Yeah. This is the time to lose your mind. If it feels right. Get up. Don't let time fly. Grab a hold of the night. And if your grip is tight, won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me? Let the beat down. Throw your hips to the ground. Throw your knocking around. Throw your knocking around. Throw your cheeks to the ground. Throw your shoulders around. Throw your shoulders around. Throw your hips to the ground. Throw your knocking around. Yeah. Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Let the beat drop. Throw your hips to the ground. Throw your knocking around. Let the bass rock. Throw your cheeks to the ground. Throw your shoulders around. Let the people talk. Throw your hips to the ground. Throw your knocking around. Yeah. This is the time to lose your mind. If it feels right. Get up. Don't let time fly. Grab a hold of the night. And if your grip is tight, this is the time to lose your mind. If it feels right. Get up. Don't let time fly. Grab a hold of the night. And if your grip is tight, you got to want to give it up. You got to want to get on up. You got to want to give it up. You got to want to get on up.
Baptized in dirty water.
Bear on.
I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop, just hustle till the cash came. I'm a ogre, getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. On my way to the castle, I'm feasting on sewer rat. Can't wait to slay the dragon and get Fiona back. High stakes, high reward. Cop Snow White cooked up 7 dwarves. Mama say be a leader, not a follower, boy. This Peter Pan peanut butter got us ballin', boy. A pot of pissing, so I'm out the window. Fully load extendo hanging out the rental. Dog food, I need my bits and kibbles. Bad news, I'm out the Vic kennel. My mama never knew about my hustle or my whereabouts. Dope fiend rentals or the contraband in her house. All I knew was go and get it, nigga, when the lights were out. Fiending for the money, yeah, gritting foaming out the mouth. I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop, just hustle till the cash came.
Stay on my visit to the couch come in. And me and Donna flick them like they tumbling. Man, I want that 5, I want that whole 10. I send this shit across the border like a Mexican. See, we get wire from, they call it trafficking. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's common sense. Money on my mind, man, and how to get it. 12 ways to get paid, man, I'm all with it. Shovel in the dirt because I dig hard. My girl like it in the baby cause I stay hard. Running through the streets like a dog off the leash. Half man, half a mason, but I'm all beast. Foaming at the mouth when it's time to eat. So beware of the dog when I show my teeth. Foaming at the mouth when it's time to eat. So beware of the dog when I show my teeth. What? I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions packed and wrapped on donkey back. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop this hustle till the cash came.
16 stars, baby, people never cared for me. All my friends were secret, TT Don Bob, that sent me back to live with mama. Hopped up off the break. I'm focused on my vision. That's when I met my hitter. That Illinois bringing all the noise, nigga. Put me in that blue bar and taught me how to talk. He never touched you. Close your mouth, open your ears. See, you can't have my back unless your mind is clear. I'm sticking to the money, that is thick. Survival of a coon, no hesitation. Never made a missing money. I say love to my hustle. Move that man about the way. He ain't bringing back that butter. Mississippi, what they call me. Eerie when they walk in. Tell me if I'm back against the wall, yeah. I'm never done. Going stupid dumb, too fat on them. That go for my and that go for my too. Never change a soul up. Every day they judging me. Mama wrote the chronicles, and that's who I pay homage to. Close your mouth, open your ears. See, you can't have my back unless your mind is clear. You can't have my back unless your mind is clear. I'm getting to the mind. They're on me.
All right, all right. Omaha, welcome to the Boss Morning Show. I'm your host, William King, a.k.a. Oh, yeah, the boss. Today is Making Money Monday. I want you to be intentional on making money today. Be purposeful, but do it the right way. Don't need no stress on self or family, or this society even more. We got a guest this morning at 8 a.m. We got Congressman Don Bacon, who will be coming in about 30 minutes. We're going to be talking about politics. You know, the election is tomorrow. Yes, the election is tomorrow. Vote, vote, vote. If you want to change our environment, you have to vote. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm tired or so-called poor people saying that your vote don't matter when rich people are blocks every day. Each party is putting a role, Democrats and Republicans. Yes, they're trying to take your rights away. America, your rights are eroding. Your rights are eroding every day. I got some disappointment news this morning. I was looking at social media, and this post come from a teacher here in OPS, because as you know, OPS, Omaha Public Schools, it was just reported that Central High towards other high school, they're going to be losing over 40 teachers. Over 40 teachers. And I talked about this when I named names a few months ago, and y'all got mad at me. You're probably still mad. Some people haven't forgave me. Thank God the pastors have forgiven me. But it's reported that over 40 according to KETV, nearly 40 teachers are planning to leave Central High at the end of the year. And if you're going to school this morning, shouts out to our our bus drivers, our drivers that transport our precious cargo. And if you're a young person, listen to my voice right now. Nobody love you more than you. And if you let your peers, your friends, or your so-called friends lead you down the wrong direction, they ain't your friend. No one can love you more than you. You go to school for a particular reason, and that's to learn. Life is hard when you go out and make it that way. Education is the equalizer to your prosperity. Education is the equalizer to changing your destiny. When you take your education for granted, then you're going to be working at McDonald's at 30, 40, and 50 years old. Don't get mad at me because you didn't get your education and now you want to blame other people. Don't get mad at me because you was 15, 16, 17, 18. You didn't pay attention to your parents or any other authority. And for you sorry parents, don't your parent teacher conference. Yeah, you sorry parents. If you have not been to a parent teacher conference this year, yeah, you sorry. If you don't know what's going on in your children's school, if one of your children is one of the problems, this stuff starts at home. And then the teachers, y'all want to abuse the teachers? Y'all think that's funny? The only one that's losing is you. You're not getting the education that's necessary for growth. The world is going to pass you by. You're going to be poor with signs on the sidewalk. That's just the way it is. And I know you're going to laugh. All you think is funny games, but this is real life. Real life. And so I'm gonna read this. This is from an OPS teacher. I mean teacher, and I don't know what OPS administration have done down at Tech Building. They got Marlboro all over Tech. They kicked the kids out of Tech, and then they closed Tech High, and then our education is in a spiral of death. But I hear nothing from the administration. We hear the teachers crying out. We hear the teachers asking for help. We hear to see the teachers asking for resources. But where is the administrations at? Where is the staff? Where is the school board? Everybody's quiet. Everyone's quiet. You're so selfish. This world is so selfish. And you elders that have already lived in your life, making no conduits of opportunity for the next generation, letting your kids run crazy, no discipline. Of course, how can it be in the schools if it's not in the home? So I'm looking at the Omaha um, KETV, and nearly 40 teachers are planning to leave Central High. What is the central superintendent? Well, why is she always silent? Why do you guys always protect her? I mean, these are our kids. Y'all just don't care about the kids. Y'all care about one person that's not even. I know I'm tough. I know it's tough, but it's at me because I speak the truth. I know truth tellers are sometimes not like. I'm not here to be liked. I'm nice to people all the time. I give all the time, and my hands still get bitten, even by my so-called friends. This world is terrible. Nobody want to stand up. You got sin in church. Y'all allow sin everywhere. So they putting our people in jail, or we putting ourselves in jail because we not paying attention to our children. We so selfish because we want to get Gucci and some Louis Vuitton and some Stacey Adams and our nails done every week and our hair done, but you're not paying attention to your children. Our children are gone. The teacher said they ain't teaching them. They said the kids are badass kids. And where are the adults? You sending these kids and they bad. Now I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna say the teacher name, but this is her post. This comes from a teacher in Omaha Public Schools, but you can't. I haven't heard no principal. I haven't even heard a spokesperson for Omaha Public Schools. I'm gonna read what this teacher said. My kids will not be part of any problem. I hope you are all doing the same. See, now this is a parent. Well, I think it's probably a parent teacher. I'm sure salaries are partially the problem, but these bad ass kids and their complete disrespect for everyone, their own parents included, makes an already low paying situation much worse. Now, this comes from a teacher who is a parent. This comes from our Omaha Public Schools teacher who's also a parent. Get these kids, I'm gonna say ass because it's okay. They think they're hard grown because society done got them too sensitive and soft on them, and they have too much freedom and access to blank their minds aren't mature enough for. They know too much too soon, have little to no consequences, and are too entitled to things they don't work for. We got to get them together. I don't know what your parents are doing because it comes down to the parents, come down to your elders, how you teaching your children. They badass kids. If you got an OPS kid, all of them have the potential of being that. So all y'all that are sending your kids to school, y'all need to have a sit down with them. Because they ain't gonna have no teachers next year, and then you're gonna be whining and crying because there ain't no teachers like it was during the pandemic. Because y'all parents don't want to parent, and they're running away to teachers. And then you got the administration, Omaha Public Schools ain't doing nothing. They shh. You got students talking more through the World Herald than the spokesman of Omaha Public Schools talking. I haven't heard one spokesperson for Omaha schools address these problems. They got these kids reporting news since the last 2 months that they've been having troubles at Central High School, which was a highly respected college prep school. Now it's in the dumps. But y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with the prison to pipeline with our black kids going to jail? Y'all okay with it? Even your own parents, and then you want to cry and whine when your kids get in trouble. But y'all ain't gonna say nothing to the superintendent. Y'all not gonna say nothing to the superintendent. Y'all just gonna applaud her. Great job, superintendent. Great job. Yeah, I know what y'all doing. I see y'all on the front covers of all your events. Oh, great job. But our kids are failing. But you want to put her on the front cover of your page. I know y'all don't like me. I'm not here to be liked. I come here to come to tell the truth. The day is, oh yeah, Mother's Day to me. Because my mother, oh yeah, she loved me. The one couldn't read and write. The one that picked cotton for y'all for free. And y'all taking y'all education for granted. Or you want to make excuses because your ancestor picked cotton and you don't want to work today. Where the school board members at? Why is everybody silent? The only one that's talking are the children, and the children are asking for help, but the teachers are leaving. I told y'all the teachers are leaving, and they're leaving at every school. What y'all gonna do? Because y'all stupid too. Yeah, you're stupid because you don't care about your own children. You're selfish. You just care about your armor R in your car and putting armor R in your wheels. Every weekend, the women getting their hair done, getting their nails done every weekend. But what about educating your children? What about educating your grandchildren? They terrible. And then nothing from the administration of OPS. Nothing. They say nothing. And y'all happy with that. Y'all are happy with the failing of our children. I'm not part of that. God know I'm not part of it. And then your parents are you letting your kids walk out dressed like whatever. You're letting your young girls dress like whatever, showing their bodies, and then y'all talking about the teachers. But you let your kids walk out of school with no clothes. Mature young ladies in high school, they wear no clothes. One of the parents talking about the homecoming pictures and how the girls are looking. What, you want your girl pregnant? You want your girl harassed? See, it's Mother's Day, and y'all don't care. But OPS is silent. They silent. See, they'll want me to walk in the room, and there's some chump like Snow on a board talking about he's doing something for black boys. I know what you're doing for black boys. You sure ain't helping them. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do about it? Talking about all these school board members talking about they helping. They not doing a damn thing. Our kids are failing, and the parents are failing the kids at the same time. But y'all okay with it. Y'all say it's all right. Y'all put the superintendent, y'all put the superintendent on y'all brochures and programs and highlighter. But our damn kids are failing. You got marble everywhere. Marble everywhere. Marble in the new jail as they walk our children to jail. Marble in OPS as they walk our children to jail. Nobody saying nothing. Did y'all praise the Lord Sunday? Did y'all ask for help for our children? Or were you begging to God, can I get another car, God? Can I get another Louis Vuitton, God? Were you begging to God? Good morning, Omaha. Today is Making Money Monday. Oh, yeah, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. But I woke up this morning, man, and then Lord have mercy. But our teacher, I told y'all, when I went off on everybody last year, I dropped names. But y'all don't care. You truly don't care. Our children are failing. and you don't care. No one says nothing. No one over in the administration building are accountable for our children. What are they going to do? That's just one school. There's other schools where 30 or 40 teachers aren't coming back. They're not coming back. This save yourself. Save yourself, y'all, because everybody don't want to be saved. I just came to that conclusion. You know, I'm an optimistic person, but I'm not optimistic no more. This world is a terrible world. No one is trying to make it better at all. You got 71-year-old men sexually assaulting children. You got shootings last night here in North Omaha. Bang, 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 bang. I don't know what, sometimes I feel like wasting our times trying to help people that don't want to help themselves. And I understand why some people just don't want to help Black people. Black people are still dealing with post-traumatic slavery. And you're acting like slaves. This is how slaves act. They don't care. They don't care. Well, maybe they did care. I'm not gonna put it on the slaves because I don't know. We're the children of slaves. So the children of slaves are just want to go back into slavery. Don't want to vote. Don't want to protect oneself by telling their own children don't be police officers or fire people or even lawyers. We are so in acceptance of others ruling us. It's a shame. We got a guest coming up, y'all. 8 o'clock, Congressman Bacon will be in the house. We're going to talk some politics. Voting is tomorrow. Voting is tomorrow. So are you going to continue to let others make decisions for you, or are you going to participate? Are you going to make excuses because you're not going to vote? So I'm, I don't know, man. Discouraging, trying to change this community, and those that you're trying to help actually bite your hand. Actually, those that you try to help actually bite your hand. It's a shame. It's a shame. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Today is Making Money Monday. Oh, yeah. Make sure you keep your heads towards God. Love yourself because no one can love you more than you. It's a terrible world out here, y'all. It's a terrible world out here. Love yourself. Bossman.
Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there. Really ain't nobody, so support is red in me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And now I see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapies. Cause nobody intervenes until they see you perishing. I don't want you to wait until I die to cherish me. Cause baby, I'm the king, I can't let you embarrass me. But in the end for me, it ain't nobody rare as me. See those abusing me, misusing and confusing me. Usually I'm the target, it's like they always choosing me. So I keep my heart
regardless, so I don't end up losing me. I'd have been broken hearted before, it's nothing new to me. They thought I was retarded cause I maneuver stupidly. When in my head I thought no one maneuvered as smooth as me. A bunch of people faking, they be acting cool with me. Steady smiling in my face and probably plan on shooting me. Last dude tried to kill me, used to go to school with me. Been knowing up since second grade, he really grew me. Now I can't leave the house unless I got that two of me. Be a cold day in hell before I let you fool with me. Girl, you wasting your time if you plan on seducing me. You can shake that booty me, but girl, it ain't amusing me. Baby, I would rather know what can you really do for me. Cause you got know if you got plans to ruin me. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And now I see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy. If you respect me, then respect my decisions. I've been thugging with a passion. There's some things you can't imagine. Got mama telling me I need to move different. I've been tripping. I don't know why me and my daughter so distant. I don't know why they want to ride my image. I know they don't want me completing my mission. Only God is my witness. Yeah. The same people I call family abandoned me. Say they love me and wouldn't lend it open handed me. So when I'm up and finally able to manage me, I bet I won't forget. Saying sorry was just a way that you could bandage me. But you can keep them fake apologies you handed me. Slowly but surely becoming the man I plan to be. I got a plan for me, but I don't think you understand. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear people wouldn't dare to be. And now I see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy.
Said you looking for a rapper. Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper. Well, baby, I'm a block star. Yeah, I got what you need. All you need is let me turn you on now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now. Hey, baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go.
She staring at me like she shell-shocked, like she just seen Tupac. She bent it over, then she made it drop. And then I stuck it in the mailbox. Real thick like Latifah. Her girl got a girl like Monifa. I'm on fire, man, I spit ether. Yeah, they want me like the Drake feature. Let me lick that. So sweet like a Fanta. Real juicy Tropicana. Put it in her mouth, that banana. She want a thug in her life, said them flames ain't in a ride. Hey, she called me over last night, so I came through and gave her that.
Said you looking for a rapper. Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper. Well, baby, I'm a block star. Yeah, I got what you need. All you need is let me turn you on now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now. Hey, baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye. Baby, go.
Baby, come on over here and get it. Feel it, roll with it. It was softer than some linen last night. It was right, we in tune, satellite. Out of sight, out of mind. I should feel it for the people like a summer. I clean it out and flush it. Do it like a Luke video. Go ahead and bust it for your daddy. Let me get back to the money like I'm Weezy. I ain't never gonna be the one that gonna take it easy. I'ma get up in the kitty like a checker from the clinic. When I'm in it, you gon' think it was a never innocent and high. Make you feel the life of a trapper. Yeah, that snapper got me seen it for no reason. Now I pick it up and eat it like I mean it. I don't mean it, that's the way I am, and I ain't never acting. I'm a captain, I'm so certified to make you feel the action like a blessing. You got values, true values. Giselle, Chanel, I stand you.
Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper. Well, baby, I'm a block star. What you need, all you need is let me tell you out now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now. Hey, baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rock-a-bye.
All right, all right. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Welcome to the Baltimore Morning Show. You'll be here by about 5 after. They got some traffic out there. Yeah, they got some traffic out there. So be careful as you guys rolling in out there. It's a beautiful day. I got a comment back from my man Steven. He said, "Did you see the homecoming pictures? I've seen some of the parents with their condoning questionable clothing. We got a huge problem on both sides. We got teachers that can't relate to the population they serve also. That means we need to get more minority teachers also. We need more minority teachers. We need that's making up the classroom. Without doubt, we need more males to get in the classroom. I'm not one to blame without blame some solutions. But when you are silent and not saying nothing, and you letting children control the narrative, yes, the children are controlling the narrative because all you see is interviews from children from Omaha World Hero. Where are the adults at? Where are the adults? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. And when you care, then you're going to say something. When you don't, you're silence. And we got all these ministers around here, all these associate ministers. Everybody's silent. Everybody's silent. But it goes back to parenting. It goes back to parenting. You can't blame teachers. You can't blame teachers because they're secondary. Another comment: the teachers fight a war every day. Also, there's no recruitment of teachers that live in North Omaha. So OPS, I mean, you got all these black school board members, superintendent. What's up with that, man? No, y'all don't get paid. Is that the problem? We got to vote, y'all. We have to vote. We got to get new members in on the school board. Actually, people that actually care about our children, not coming on and saying they did something. Then they do nothing. They closed the doors during the pandemic. Only one that stayed open were the daycares. Educare closed their door. Everybody closed their doors on our children. Even the churches wouldn't even open their doors. I'm scared. I'm scared. Only one that stayed open were the daycares. Well, a few churches. I got a report. A few churches stayed open. Close the door. Sick and shit in. You gonna close the doors? But no one cares. No one cares. Even their own parents. Yeah, you listening. You don't want to listen. Have you? You know what I've been doing purposefully? Because I just don't get on here and talk smack and don't back it up. Because man, I'm from Hilltop Projects. We back. But I've been intentional to make sure I hang out Well, especially with the boys in my family, my great nephews, because they're in the age of they're in junior high and high school now, and they are one of the ones that y'all want to put in jail. Yeah, you want to put them in jail, but I'm doing all I can in my power to make sure it doesn't happen. You guys should be doing the same thing. You guys need to be doing the same thing. And if you are a parent and you have a child in OPS, you need to sit down and talk to your child. Your child ain't all that good. If they disrespectful to you, they're disrespectful to people in school. We losing, y'all. We losing. It doesn't have to be that way. And that's the thing. But we have OPS teachers, going on social media saying they got to buy their own supplies. What are y'all doing? OPS got over 100 some millions of dollars. They got over $100 million. That's what OPS got. What do they do with the money? They didn't get no raises to the teachers. They want to push up all new teachers, but what have they done for existing teachers? Have they given existing teachers new raises? No, I haven't. They've done nothing for existing teachers that have been on the grind. But they act like they doing stuff. They're not doing nothing. Our kids are failing, y'all. They failing. I can't believe that when I was in high school, you need a 2.0 to compete in the high school sports. Now you say you need a 1.0. You need a four average versus a 3 average. You need a 4 or 5. Are y'all that serious? Who are children going to marry? Stupid people? I brag off my education. My mom would pick cotton for y'all for free. And if you're a parent, man, you are terrible. Terrible. But Omaha Public Schools, they got hundreds of millions of dollars, y'all. What are they doing with the money? OPS, what are you doing with the money? Superintendent, the school board, what are you doing with the money? Did you add some more marble floors or some marble walls or some marble desks? Is that what y'all spend the money on? Chandeliers? Where did money go? Because you didn't give no teachers no raises. You got 40 teachers. I keep saying, I told y'all last year, everybody got mad at me. Oh, I'm mad at you, Wade, because you said such and such name. I'm mad at you, Wade, but y'all dancing. Y'all frats and fraternity, highly intelligent. Y'all dancing. In church, y'all teaching the kids how to dance, spiritual dance. Everybody dancing. Even the parents, they dancing. They don't even care about their own children. I want to get my nails done, girl. But did they read a book to their child? Did they take their child to a museum? Did they spend any time with their nieces and nephews? No, they ain't doing none of that. You know why? They eating tater chips, painting their nails, painting their toenails, going to hairdresser, going to shop for clothes, going to armor all their car, going to get a Louis Vuitton belt. That's all y'all Negroes do. Don't even care about your children. But these teachers are living. I told y'all these teachers are living. I, I, I told y'all, but y'all didn't believe me. Y'all concerned about y'all feelings. I told you 17,000 teachers, 17,000 teachers, 17,000 teachers out of 18,000 teachers in Nebraska said that, they dealing with mental stuff. Our children are mentally ill and they quitting. They told y'all that, but y'all don't care. You just care about your tater chips and your Kool-Aid because America is obese. Yeah, you're fat. I don't care if you like the word or not. It's in the dictionary. Fat, fat, fat. You're mad at me because it's in the dictionary. You're concerned about eating versus not getting your kids an education. Oh, I got to read another report. 70 teachers are leaving Monroe. 70 teachers are leaving Monroe. See, what are y'all doing, OPS? What are you doing, superintendent? Are you? What's going on over there? All these teachers are leaving. Are y'all not supporting the teachers? Are y'all beating down the teachers? They leaving. Who going to educate the children next year? That's right. That's about 100 some teachers leaving right now. 40 out of Central that I heard of. 70 out of Monroe. Wow. And no one cares. They just mopping they marble floors over at OPS. They mopping the marble. No, they squeegeeing off. Oh yeah, they squeegeeing the marble. Cause they don't care about our kids. They got police officers in there, prisoner pipeline, scooter pipeline. Got another comment. Correct. The teachers, not all of them are not like the teachers when it comes up. These children are bad, and these parents are young and they don't care. It's sad. The parade are doing the most work. The parents are doing most of the work and really are underpaid. The superintendent is getting paid a lot of money, and these kids are failing like this. You know what? The superintendent she contemplating leaving. I told you when people are not from here, they don't care about people from here. We got to get people that's born and raised here, that got family here, that care about people here. When they move new black people here, oh yeah, they tell them don't come to North Omaha. That's what they tell them. New black people, if they're not from Omaha, they said don't go around on Negroes in North Omaha. Yes, massing them. And these new Negroes that's not from here, oh, they live out of West Omaha. Oh yeah, they don't got no neighbors that look like us. But y'all happy. I'm not happy, y'all. I'm not happy. I'm a product of Omaha Public Schools. Shouts out to Bryan High. Shouts out to Bryan High, without a doubt. But man, we cannot keep failing our children, y'all. Yep. But when you have teachers from Central, and I love Central. And you know, Central was my greatest competitor. And you hear students and the administration is silent. I mean, that's really so disappointing with me, is that you get all these reports from children that reporters from World Herald are interviewing children. They tell us about the plight in schools, and I hear nothing from the administration. So I want to encourage you to call the administration and say what's going on. But if you're a parent in OPS and you have not been to a parent teacher conference, shame on you. Shame on you. You can't blame no one else but you. As my mama taught me, oh yeah, as a young lad, you know, I was a young lad one day, back in the day. She said, life is hard when you go out and make it that way. You know, it's 100% participation game, y'all. You know how we want our life to go. No one can stop us for nothing, without a doubt. We got our guests in the house. We're going to take a break real quick. We got our guests in the house. We got Congressman Don Bacon. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. See, he's not afraid to come here. He get criticized all the time, and he still comes in the fire. You know what I mean? And we need leaders like that, for real. Because if you choose to be a leader, sometimes you'll get pounded in the back, but sometimes you get criticized. It just comes with the game, y'all. But we can't have leadership that's afraid to talk to his or her constituents. And if you are a school board member, you got elected. If you are our superintendent, you got appointed by parents and students of this of this district, and we deserve to hear from you. So we got our Congressman Bacon. You know, after this, we're gonna go eat some bacon for real. We're gonna go eat some bacon for real. But we're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and then we'll be right back with you. And since we're talking about children, this young lady is 6 years old. Let me see. Where is it? Where is my favorite song? Where is it? You know, I got bifocals now, y'all. So I might look young, but I'm up there, y'all. I'm up there. See, 6 years old, y'all. Let's pray for Omaha Public Schools, y'all. We got young people that depend on us. Savannah, 6 years old, y'all. Boss with us.
SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I'm 6 years old, yes I am. I go to the park with my friends. I like to PLAY, cause it's summertime. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I have a sister named Summer. I'm in Cali for the summer. I love my mama. I'm at the beach with Miss Amanda. Yes, I am. SUNOUT. SUNOUT. That's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah.
Condemning Rovi, all the latest stuff. So,
all right. Omaha, the Birds and Bluffs. Hold on a second. We get my mic on 1 second. Let me see.
Testing, you got it?
Yep, there we go. Omaha, the Birds and Bluffs. Oh yeah, you know how these superstars are, and man, he been bringing a lot of money to for North Omaha. This man right here, Chi-Ching. I told you the federal government is the new strip club. You just got to have a business. You got to have a business to access the money, y'all. Omaha, the Birds, the Bluffs. Oh yeah, you know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases. Oh yes, some predicates to introduce himself. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. We're gonna get right into the dialogue because it's voting season, and the election is tomorrow. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely, it is. So hey, it's great to be back with you, with the boss right here, and Don Bacon, and I'm glad to be back.
Without doubt. So so how things been going? How's the campaign? I don't want to talk about the campaign. How has Congress been? Because we see the war. We see the war.
Yeah.
And you're a general. What do you think about the war? What do you think about the war?
Well, this is one area where it does unite most Democrats and most Republicans. There's a few people on the wings that maybe disagree, but we just have to be clear what Putin's doing in Ukraine was unprovoked aggression, unjust. It is war crimes. We're looking at over 100,000 innocent Ukrainians have been killed by indiscriminate bombing, and Ukraine did nothing wrong. They were a country of 44 million. They wanted to go towards democracy. They wanted to have a more pro-Western tilt, and that was unacceptable to Putin, who felt like Ukraine should always be part of the Russian sphere of influence. There's one problem. Ukrainians didn't want that. I'll give you one example. Stalin, back in the 30s, killed 4 million Ukrainians, starved them to death. 10% of the population, right? There is not a lot of love between the Ukrainians and the Russians. They want their independence. So this was an unprovoked war. The Russians are committing war crimes against innocent people. I think America, if you don't stand up to the bully here, you'll have to stand up to the bully later, maybe in Poland, maybe in the Baltics. I don't want to go to war with Russia. I don't think we should have troops in Russia, but we could in Ukraine, but we could give weapons to Ukraine to help them defend themselves, and hopefully they'll win, and maybe Russia will learn a lesson.
Yeah, but aren't we in a proxy war itself? It's like we the middleman. I mean, Ukraine's the middleman. United States is over here, and Russia over here, and United States just fuel them, but they're not fighting. And so, how would Americans feel if we went into Grenada, and then Russia felt the opposite? And sometimes we gotta be empathetic. But I don't agree.
But this was an invasion of Ukraine, though. We didn't do it. The Russians invaded Ukraine, and so the Russians invaded Ukraine. The Ukrainians wanted democracy, and they want to be more towards the West.
Right.
But the Russians say, no, you don't have your right for your own decisions, Ukrainians. We demand that you be aligned with us, even though we have stepped on your rights for 1,000 years. But Ukrainians, they want their freedoms, and they want to have free markets. They want to elect their representatives. That's where they wanted to go, but Russia's saying no. So they invade them. So I don't see it as a proxy war other than we're defending freedom. Right. We're defending innocent people. Right. People that want to be independent. We would prefer not doing this at all. Russia has made this happen. Right. I think we should have moral clarity on that. Right.
So, but I don't see how Ukraine can win. They're the size of Texas.
Right. Well, and they were 1/3 of the population or 1/4 population of Russia. But you know what? They are winning because they're fighting for their lives. These 18-year-old Russians are conscripts, and I feel like they're innocent victims here. Mm-hmm. They have no idea why they're going to Ukraine. This is a war of aggression. Putin's just telling them and their generals, go south, and you're going to liberate Ukraine from the Nazis, which is just a lie. Right. The Ukrainians know that they're going to lose their national identity. They're going to be shipped into Siberia. They're already seeing mass murders wherever the Russians are going, mass rapes. Ukraine is fighting for their lives, and they're holding them pretty well. Now, granted, they needed some weapons from America and Great Britain, Italy, you name it, and we've been providing those weapons. But with the weapons in their heart, they're defeating the Russians right now.
Mm-hmm. So are we just giving them weapons, or are we giving them money also?
It's more weapons. I think there's some discussions from President Biden and how we can help them out economically because their economy's getting crushed. I mean, this indiscriminate bombing is having a devastating toll on their cities. Plus, they shut off their trade. Ukraine's the breadbasket for North Africa. A lot of the food that North Africans eat come from Ukraine, and the Russians have shut that off. So we're looking at mass starvation in North Africa in a year if we don't get this resolved. And it's got broader impacts than just Ukraine. But right now, we're sending them mainly weapons.
Okay. All right. Well, man. It seems like this war is actually affecting poor people.
Oh, yeah.
It's in America. I mean, because we're giving all this money and then what is our plan for as being energy independent? I mean, because getting away from gas, because we're giving money to our enemies. I mean, over and over, we're giving money to our enemies, and they always rebel against us. Why aren't we developing? We got the most intelligent people. Right. We got wind. God give us wind and sun.
But we got to be clear. This president declared war against American fossil fuel industry. We were energy independent a year and a half ago for the first time since 1952, believe it or not. So 1952 was the last year we were energy independent until the last 2 years of President Trump.
Okay.
And I believe in all the above approach. Green energy is fine.
Right.
We should expand that. But we also have the largest natural gas reservoirs in the world. And under President Trump, he increased the leases, increased the production. He was increasing the infrastructure. And this president, day one, put a stop to like the Keystone Pipeline, didn't approve a single permit for the natural gas industry until like 3 weeks ago when all this stuff was going on. So we went from energy independent to now a net importer, and then we had to depend on Russian energy. And he's looking for Iran. He's looking for Venezuela.
Right.
We have the ability between us and Canada to be energy independent, but it's going to take a president that values that. And what it is the left wing part. I'm not going to blame all the Democrats. I think there's moderate Democrats, but the left wing, they do not like American fossil fuel industry to the point that they would rather import fossil fuels from other countries. But we have the cleanest production.
Right.
And that's jobs. Thousands of American jobs are tied to this. I want us to be an exporter of energy, not an importer. And we have that opportunity with the right president and the right leadership.
Well, I mean, even Obama, it helped with the process in a bump. Of course, Trump increased it more. But isn't natural gas? That's a clean burning gas. So
it's the cleanest of the fossil fuels, and American natural gas is the cleanest natural gas in the world. Fact is, if you compare Russian natural gas versus ours, theirs is 40% dirtier. So we have the best production. And so when you burn American natural gas, they call it transition between fossil fuels and the green energy because it is so clean.
Right.
And and natural gas is so much better than coal and just the other fossil fuels. So we should be favoring American natural gas industry. It's and it's jobs and it's American independence. Energy independence is national security. They're very much tied. The president wanted to import $70 million of Russian natural gas a day because he didn't want prices to go up. But that's fueling their war in Ukraine. Right. So we were able to pressure him to stop. In fact, it was Democrats in Congress who led that effort to tell, hey, President, you're wrong on this. Right. I don't think he was going to listen to the Republican side. The Democrats spoke up. Even Speaker Pelosi said this is wrong. And so I think we're in the right spot there. But he's now he's backed up. He started to approve natural gas terminals, permits.
Okay.
He's starting to increase, the permits, releases. But there's a lot more. He's resistant. Like he'll approve a lease for natural gas, but won't approve the roads to get there.
Wow.
So you got to have the whole thing.
Yeah, you got to have the whole thing.
Right.
Wow. See, it's good to hear from our politicians so we can really hear what's actually going on besides sound bites. And when we only listen to reporters' writings, we're doing ourselves a disservice. We actually got to bring people in here so we can ask these questions.
It's good to get multiple perspectives because you can put it all together.
Now, and the reason why I said that the war is affecting poor people because inflation.
Yep. So this is exacerbated inflation. It's not it didn't start the inflation, but exacerbated it. You're right. When you shut down one of the largest wheat producers in the world, that's what Ukraine is, and they're going to provide that wheat to North Africa and the Levant and the Middle East. Mm-hmm. That's going to be made up from somewhere. So American is going to help make up some of that, probably some even Russian wheat, but that's going to drive up prices. And in the end, the poorest person is going to be paying more for bread out of this. And you can say energy too, by shutting off some of the energy supplies out of Russia, which was right. It was going to increase gas prices, but inflation did not start there. Literally, when Joe Biden came in, inflation was under 2%.
Right.
Now it's 8.5%. And you got to ask why. Well, it really was triggered in March of last year when he voted for that $2 trillion COVID bill that only 9% went to COVID. But what it did, it added 10% to the money supply. It just flooded the liquidity of our markets by 10%. And so by definition, if you add 10% to the money supply, you're going to look for about 10% inflation. And we're at 8.5%. Basically, just threw $2 trillion new dollars into the market without any pay-fors. And even Democratic economists said this is going to trigger inflation. Right. Now, Larry Summers, who worked for Clinton, worked for Obama, said this is a mistake, and we're paying for it right now at 8.5%. American wages are falling significantly behind this to the tune of about 3 to 4%. So the average American is taking a 3 to 4% pay cut because their wages are behind the inflation. And so inflation hurts the poor person the most.
Right. What's the protocol? Just even bringing manufacturing. Of course, our senators Wayne and McKinley going to be building a new industrial business park, and I think you're part of that also.
I advocated for that money. Granted, it was a state decision, but I was asking my allies there to help.
So as you see, economics is about to come to North Omaha, which is necessary. Well, was that hard to do? Because I mean, because year after year, people have always made promises, always made promises. Now it's coming to reality. What's going to be your role to make sure that no other roadblocks are in the way, so it can flourish?
Well, in this case, it was a state decision, a unicameral on the governor, and I think in this case, Justin Wayne did a great job because I was working with him primarily, and we spoke to the speaker, Hilgers. I talked to folks who work in the governor's administration, like the chief of staff, Lou Ann Linehan, who was the appropriations chair. And I said, and there were certain things that Justin wanted to have funded in North Omaha, and I spoke up in defense of that. And I think that's appropriate because, we're looking at the areas with the higher unemployment and the standard of living where there's more of a struggle here. And a moral country does not, or a moral state does not look past the areas that are hurting most. But we just didn't want to. You want to make sure whatever we do, it's a hand up, that it creates jobs, creates investment, and that it's so you had to be, the investment has to be well thought out. And I think that's what we've done. And so my main role right now is to ensure that we have the right infrastructure, that we have the right tax policies that incentivize investment, incentivize people adding jobs, and we got to get more people back into the workforce. So I think the trades are very important. And I think, particularly in North Omaha, when people will pay you $50,000 to get trained and then get a job with healthcare, those are great jobs. It elevates people out of poverty.
Right now, and Metro is doing a great job in regards to having certificate programming. I mean, you don't even have to go to school for 2 years or 4 years now. You can go and get a certification. And like I said, jobs are looking for you right now. They're looking for you right now. And so
there's a huge demand for truck drivers, welders, electricians. And these jobs start out around $50,000. Once you get your certificate, and they'll pay you to get your certificate, and you get health care. And a lot of, just say if you're an electrician, 5-10 years in, you can start your own company. Then you're talking the chance for real prosperity. When you start having your own business, and now you're hiring people, and now you're doing multiple jobs.
What's important, y'all? It's important. Let's switch to the campaign. When you're a congressman, and for those that, I grew up on Schoolhouse Rock. I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. So we were taught civics every Saturday. They don't do that no more. And so our community is ignorant to civics. And that's why I think we really have a problem with people getting involved with the process of voting. Well, why is it so important to vote? And why are you in this perpetual campaign? Because congressmen, they had to run every 2 years. So they really only got 1 year really to relax. It's like a perpetual campaign.
I even work hard. In the off year, I work just as hard because it is every 2 years. And our founding fathers wanted the house to be the people's house. And the way to keep it closest to the people is to have elections every 2 years. Whereas they saw the Senate as more of the cooling saucer of the passions. So they're every 6 years. But it's real important to get involved in every level of government. We see a lot of involvement at the federal level, so we'll have a good turnout next November, no doubt. But our school boards are very important, like you were saying when I walked in, William, and our city council races, our county commissioners. In fact, as these races that are closest to the community have often the most impact. And as you're noting that one article about the schools, that's why it's so important to be involved in your school boards, to demand accountability and demand results. So, but if you don't get involved, your elected officials, have less accountability. Yeah. And we all need to answer to all the voters here. And so, you have to be involved. That's what our democracy, our representative government, only works when the people care. And when people care and they get involved, but you got to care. And I think you touched on it too. You can't just read one reporter. You got to, I subscribe to 5 different magazines. I get the newspaper because there's a lot of different perspectives. There's a lot of conspiracies out there. Yeah. And so it's really good. You got to weigh things, and a lot of things, very few things are 100 or a 0.
Right.
There's a lot of ambiguity. And so if I can get something at 80 or 70, that's pretty good too.
Without doubt. And also, we guys got to cross the aisle. And so, I get criticized all the time because, I'm a Democrat, but I hang out with the Republicans because my mama always taught me that if someone treats you good, you treat them better because you might need them one day. And as a young athlete, playing basketball at Midland Lutheran College in Fremont, Nebraska, and being the only black on the team, they didn't care if I was the only black on the team. I didn't care if they were Republican or Democrat. They didn't care if I came to Omaha, was from Omaha. I didn't care that they were from Meade, Nebraska. We were all a team. And so sometimes we got to look, judge people as a man and woman. And all these other variables doesn't really matter. We got to judge people as they are. So I say that because of John Christensen, who I played college basketball with, who I used to pass the ball to, and vice versa. He was a congressman, a Republican congressman, and I didn't know he was a Republican.
Yeah, I know John Christensen pretty well.
Yeah. So I didn't know he was a Republican, but we played college basketball, and I passed him the ball, and he was my teammate. And so we got to start crossing the aisle, y'all, because we have way more similarities than dissimilarities. And for us to have this climate that we don't like Republicans and we don't like Democrats, man, all that's doing is hurting ourselves. Mm-hmm. In reality,
there is an attitude right now of you can't compromise. There's a spirit of let's chop our nose off to spite our face. I hear the phrase, you want to burn down the house. None of that works. My kids live here. My grandkids live here. I don't want to burn down the house.
Right.
But a lot of people have misconceptions of bipartisanship too, that you don't have strong views on stuff, that you got to be mushy, soft-spoken, that you can't criticize. No, I'm a conservative. I believe in conservative values. Mm-hmm. But I also know that if you don't work across the aisle, you don't get nothing done. You've got to find areas of agreement. And that's how our founders made it. It's one thing if you had a parliament. If you have a parliament, the majority could do sort of what it wants. And then it gets elected out. The majority comes in, they do what they want. And our system of government with a bicameral a House and a Senate, a president and a judicial, with all these checks and balances, the separation of powers, our founders, and particularly James Madison, designed it so that one party, they called it factions at the time, couldn't dominate.
Right.
That would take multiple factions working together to make incremental progress. A lot of that's foreign language right now with people that are activists. They want 100%, demand 100%. Our system of government puts roadblocks in front of that because it's a system based on incremental change.
Okay.
And to make that work, you got to work together.
Right now. So basically, they didn't want to repeat what the UK as far as because they got a parliament.
Right. And at the time that they had this king that dominate, but you're right. But our founders studied, they feared both a king dictatorship and they feared one group of party dictatorship. So they built a system with a House and a Senate that had to compromise and work together, and they would actually counter each other. And the only way to make that work is if you find consensus between the two, within both of those houses.
Right.
And then you still got to get past the president who may veto it. So our system is meant to be slow, incremental change. But a lot of folks, they don't want that. And I said, do you want a parliament? They go, no, we don't want a parliament. Well, that's what you're asking for by wanting 100% of your demands every 2 years. The system, we could pass a lot of stuff that one party wants out of the House.
Right.
It doesn't do any good if the Senate can't pass it.
Right.
So you got to work with the Senate and find some consensus areas.
Are you think we lawing ourselves to death? Do you think we haven't? Do you think we're creating too many laws? Because honestly, I think as Americans, we're starting to restrict ourselves. We're becoming unfree by all the laws.
You're sounding like a conservative right there.
Yeah. I am a conservative because
even libertarian a little bit.
Yeah. We're gonna trench between us. We're gonna dig into our trench.
Right.
And so we're never going to be able to compromise.
Yeah.
And be able to listen.
I think there is a threat there that too much at the federal level. Our system was designed to do Article 1, Section 8 in the Constitution list out. This is what Congress is supposed to do. We've stepped beyond it. But the founders intended anything beyond Article 1, Section 8, that should be left to the states and the cities.
Okay.
And that's called federalism. And the federal government's overstepped its bounds, if you ask me. But here's a bigger threat. Because Congress can't do as much as it wants because of the system was made that way, it's actually delegated a lot of duties to bureaucrats. And then they say, hey, Mr. Bureaucrat in Washington, you make the decisions on what the safety, for pandemics or new energy policy. And there's unelected people who are making these policies that really Congress was supposed to be doing. But Congress, because they haven't been able to find enough agreement, have just offloaded that off to bureaucrats. And really, so what that does, that gives power to the executive branch who runs those bureaucracies. Right. That's how you get the executive orders that we get. So the president's legislating with a pen.
Okay.
But that's not what our founders ever designed. And I think so. It used to be that the Congress was the dominant branch of government. It has now sort of offloaded its authorities to the executive branch. And I don't think that's healthy.
Without a doubt. Checks and balances are necessary. Supreme Court.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about this Roe Wade, some other things. So what's the purpose of the Supreme Court? Because some people agree with them, some people don't agree with them. Some people say they follow the law. Some people say that they got their own opinions to the law.
Well, I think it's very important to have judges that look at the Constitution and then look at laws based on the Constitution. And granted, they're also supposed to look at previous decisions. Mm-hmm. And that's where those who supported Roe v. Wade said, hey, they should have kept it because it was decided that in 1972. But if you look at even those who are strongly pro-choice, critiqued Roe v. Wade because it said it was one of the most poorly written decisions ever, in 1972. If the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, and by the way, the Supreme Court averages one case a year where they overturn a Supreme Court decision. So this isn't unusual to see an overturning of a previous decision. It averages about once a year that happens.
Right.
So we've had like 234 times where the Supreme Court has overturned itself from a previous decision.
Okay.
But by overturning Roe v. Wade, these decisions will go back to the states. And then, so Nebraska voters now get to weigh in. And they can say, this is how much restrictions we want on abortion or not.
Right.
And I am a pro-life person. I believe when you have a beating heart, 2 arms, 2 legs, a unborn baby with its own DNA, I think it is human life.
Right.
But voters get to decide this now through their legislatures in the unicameral, their governor. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, there's a New York Times article out that I thought did a pretty good job. Maybe 2/3 of Americans say they want to keep some abortion legal, but 2/3 think it should be illegal after the first trimester.
Okay.
That's where most Americans are at. But right now with Roe v. Wade, they're not allowed to have that.
Right.
And so now the courts are saying, states, you get to make these decisions. Voters, you get to say in this. And I think that's appropriate.
Right. Well, God give us free will. God give us free will. But thou shalt not kill also.
And he also said, He made us in his image. Life is precious. Mm-hmm. And, I used to look at this more from a Christian perspective, which I am. Mm-hmm. And I believe that we are made in God's image, that God has a plan for each of us. But also when you look at the science of it, a heart is sensed at about the 2nd week of conception. And so there's a beating heart, separate DNA, sometimes a separate blood type, 2 arms, 2 legs. Right. So it is a human life. And so I think it's a moral issue. It's a science issue. I also think 63 million unborn babies killed since 1972. It's sort of heartbreaking.
63 million?
Yes. In America alone.
Dang it. America. On Sunday? I thought y'all go to church on Sunday. 63 million babies killed in America. 63 million. 63 million. Did anybody go to jail? Did anybody serve a sentence for those killings?
In my view of it is I'm not into arresting people or any of that. I think it's just I would like to win hearts and minds that this is, it's a term, if you're a person of faith, it just breaks your heart. Mm-hmm. So I want to change hearts and minds. That's more where my emphasis is at as a person of faith.
Right. Well, it's tough. Only time I would agree with it if someone's getting raped or incest. I believe a woman should have at least a choice of having a child versus being forced. Similar to what just happened over in Ukraine, where those innocent women are getting raped.
Yep. And so I think but the beauty of it is under Roe v. Wade, you could voice that, but state governments weren't allowed to modify their laws. I mean, it was basically 9 old men made that decision in 1972, took away your voice to be able to impact these laws. Now it's going back to you, and you get to talk to your state legislature. You get to talk to Justin Wayne,
right.
or
So I mean,
McKinney, and say this is what we want.
So I mean, so this is not a bad thing, y'all. It's not.
See a change, but most states are probably going to have like a ban after the first trimester or something like that. It will vary. California's going to have a more liberal policies versus Nebraska versus Oklahoma.
Right. It's a touchy situation. Well, what else is going on? Congratulations on the campaign to get Petty Officer French.
Yeah.
The post office named after him. Thank you, Senator Sass, for signing the letter.
It takes all the delegation to approve it. I appreciate that he came in and got it done at the end there.
I sometimes I be on Sass, but I also want to give him flowers when he's doing something right. So you're welcome to come down, Brother Sass. Come on down.
I got to tell you,
like to talk to you.
Interesting story. When I got first elected, some civic leaders from North Omaha came and talked to me. You know a little bit about this. They said, "Hey, Don, you were a general. We were counting on you to get this anti-lynching legislation passed." Now, granted, we don't have lynching like we did in the 50s and 60s, but it's more of a moral statement that it was wrong.
Right.
Approximately 5,000 people were lynched. Right. And so they said, we were counting, we want to see you be a general and get this done after 100 years. Right. So I said, I'll take it on, but I had to study it. So I looked at it for about 100 years. The Senate would pass a bill, the House would pass a bill. They were different. And they didn't even try to make them the same.
Right.
So 2 years ago, after hearing this charge from the civic leaders in North Omaha, I realized that the Senate had a good bill, and it was actually Kamala Harris. It was her bill.
Okay.
And so I said, she got her bill passed out of the Senate, and I went to the Congressional Black Caucus. So let's pass her bill. They go, we don't like her bill. I go, it's actually a good bill. No, we want our own bill. And I said, yeah, for 100 years, we've been doing this, and we can get this fixed. And so they refused to do it for like 3 or 4 months. So I finally put in Kamala Harris's bill myself, and got a few Democrat sponsors on there. They passed their bill, but it didn't go anywhere. And then finally there was an uproar. The Senate has a good bill. Why aren't we passing it out of the House?
Right.
So finally, after a year, the Democrats under Speaker Pelosi took my bill, it was really Harris's bill, stripped my name off, changed the title on it to make it legal, and put this bill in. And then the House passed the Senate bill, but here's the problem. The titles were different, and they had to do that because I had my name on the original. It didn't pass. Basically, we didn't get the same bill. So this time, finally, the House and the Senate passed the same bill this year.
Okay.
And I think I had an influence on that. It got signed into law.
Congratulations.
It's just an interesting saga. My name isn't even on the bill, but you can know.
Is it still on there?
No, they wouldn't let it be on there.
So you got scrubbed.
Scrubbed. But the point is, I feel like I had a good impact on it, and it sort of instigated it or precipitated it finally getting passed. Great to see William make an online phone call. He's got a wrong number.
Sometimes you gotta be courteous and answer the phone. But Congressman, is there anything else that you have accomplished that people don't know about? Because everybody's in their lives, and sometimes, well, I ain't heard nothing that he done, so they always
I've passed. I'm on the Armed Services Committee. I've had a huge impact on the national security of our country. And in the end, everybody wants national security. We want peace through strength. And I've also worked on the Ag Committee. 1 out of 3 jobs in Nebraska is tied to ag. In Omaha, it's like 1 out of 4. And we need a strong ag economy in Nebraska. So I've worked extensively there. My main goal is I want our country to be secure. I want secure streets and I want our families to be safe. And I want economic opportunity for everybody. I want our country to be the most competitive country in the world. And I feel like I've been able to do that through the national security legislation, but also our tax policies. But if you look at just specifically in our district, I've been able to bring in infrastructure money. We're going to get an $800 million upgrade to the Epley Airport. that affects everybody in this whole district,
Right.
right? We're gonna get some better roads and bridges. We're gonna get rural broadband. We're gonna change out lead pipes and copper pipes. We're gonna harden our electrical system. This is legislation that I've championed, and I've also been able to bring in investments on 24th Street through grants. And so my job is to ensure that whatever money we can bring in here, it improves the quality of life for everybody.
Right now. Manufacturing. And like I said, we're gonna be building that new business park.
Yeah.
Is that manufacturing is that coming back to America where again China
Right.
is another area where we send everything to get manufactured, and sometimes come back with lead,
Yep.
lead in it, even in the dog food.
Right. They take a lot of our materials. We ship it there. They put it together. They bring it back here. That their competitive advantages. They got cheaper labor, and they don't have labor standards. They don't have safety standards like we have. I do think America needs to bring back manufacturing out of China because we can't be dependent on them. And why are we propping them up with our dollars, right? So I think we could do better in that regard. Now, our problem is right now we don't have many people available to work. Our workforce, we have unemployment under 2%, the lowest in the country, the lowest in the history of our country, right here in Nebraska. But there's a lot of people that aren't working, that aren't looking for work. And we have many people that are underemployed that if we could give them the skills, we can raise their pay up and get them better paying jobs and take care of their families. That's the challenge for bringing back manufacturing, is finding the workforce. But because of that, we've done more automation. Now, we're increasing automation, which means less jobs, but you still need people to work on the automation, which is higher skilled labor. So we have to get higher skilled training, not just going to college. I'm talking about the 2-year degrees at Metro, the trades, the electrician work, the welding. Those are the kind of jobs we need.
Now, we got the immigration. Of course, you say we need more people, but we want to make sure it's legal immigration. So more people from around the world to come to America legally, especially from my country, Africa, because we need to start bringing more people in.
We have a pretty good sized Nigerian community here who they are excelling. I mean, when you look at the standard, what they're doing and income wise, they are just one of the top income earners, and right here in Omaha. And so the Nigerian community, so people come in, they have a hunger for work. They know they have this opportunity because they came from an area where there was not as much opportunity, and they got this work ethic and character, and they're excelling here. So we have we have a small quota for people who want to come here legally, and it maxes out really quickly. But yet we have, in the last year, 2 million people come here illegally.
And we get way more help to them.
Right.
Honestly, versus the one that actually tried to do it the right way.
So the problem is, at least in our party, we under the previous president, the illegal immigration was largely, it was like a third or 25%. And it's just exploded in the last year and a half, mainly because President Biden has removed some of the rules that President Trump had on there. He made it easier for people to come in. He's releasing them into our publics, even shipping them into cities all over the country. So he's facilitating it. So it's hard to, we should expand legal immigration, but right now there's such anger at what the lack of enforcement on our southern border that it's hard to get an agreement. But you're right. We want to stop illegal immigration. We want to expand legal immigration. And we're looking at high skilled and low skilled labor, seasonal workers. There is a demand for it. To get that agreement when you have a president not enforcing the rules at the southern border. And that's the problem we have right now. And so we have a dysfunctional situation about this, William. 2 million people have come here illegally in the last year, most of them released into our country. That's more than the people in the state of Nebraska.
Right. And then where I got the lack of resources, and now you add more people that's not here, that's not from here. Now they're taking resources.
It hurts our schools.
Right. Oh,
because our schools, now you have people aren't able to pay into the tax, property tax, so it's a load on the schools.
But how, I don't understand, how can someone illegal get integrated in the system? I mean, honestly, because I know a young lady, she's from I don't know, she's from a country, I would say she's from Barbados,
right?
And she's trying to get her green card. She's trying to do it right.
Right.
But she gets roadblocks from she wanted to run an agency. She got a chance to run an agency, but since she don't got a green card or she can't get a social security card, she can't take the job. But someone else illegal, how are they getting all this stuff, Don?
It's being facilitated on, and I'm not saying, I think there's blue collar, blue dog Democrats who don't agree with this, but for some reason, Joe Biden basically said, "Come here, you're welcome." Basically, put out the welcome mat, and he did that during the campaign. So if you ask a lot of these folks coming in a lot of us from Central America, and even Mexico, they'll say, "Well, the President Biden welcomed us." When you ask them that, that's what they'll tell you on interviews. We want to be a country of laws, and it is about expanding. Without any immigration, our country will be on decline.
Right.
Because we have a 1.8% birth rate. That's a declining population. With immigration, it's 2.1, which is about right. It's healthy, but it's got to be legal. And this president, and it wasn't even President Obama said, if you don't have borders, you don't have a country.
Right.
But something has happened in the last 8 years where the leadership of the Democratic Party has walked away from that principle that President Obama put out when he first got elected. Mm-hmm. And our position is you need to have security at the border. It's not just about the illegal immigration. Mm-hmm. It's about a record number of fentanyl coming in and all this other stuff. The other day we had 4 kids overdose in Omaha on fentanyl. It comes from the border, from China. So a breakdown at the border has an impact right here in Omaha.
Wow. And it puts all these people coming in. I mean, how do we know?
42 terrorists have been caught.
42. And
yes.
Then even from...
we don't know how many have not been caught. That's the problem.
Right.
So...
Right. I mean, come on now. I mean...
But I have compassion for those who come here as kids. Our DACA youth, for example, if they've been in our schools, I want a pathway forward. But in the end, we need a secure border. There should be rule of law. We should know who's coming here. And I'm not just talking high school. I want high school immigration, low skill. We need some. Seasonal workers, our farmers, our ranchers are yearning for more labor out in western Nebraska. And without it, we have a declining population and our country will weaken. Right. But it's got to be done legally.
Without a doubt. Well, what else you been working on that you're trying to get passed in Congress?
My next bill, and it's out of committee, it passed unanimously. It's a cybersecurity bill. Okay. So if you remember the Colonial Pipeline ransomware, then we had JBS, the meat processing. All over the Midwest, Russian hackers are getting in and they're doing the malware, saying if you don't pay us $5 million, you can't get your system back. So I have a bill in Congress that says, federal government, you got to help out the private industry because they're not up to the task to beat the Russian FSB. They're good at it. They're like our NSA. We got to help our private industry defend against these hackers.
Right.
And right now there's ambiguity to what level does the federal government play. And we have a role. We got to defend our private industry, our infrastructure from these cyber. And so that bill will pass. I'm trying to get a Senate champion. I think I got the senator from Indiana that will take this on, but we got to do better here.
You mentioned infrastructure. I've been telling people about this infrastructure bill, the allocation of monies that's going to be coming out for the next 5 years.
5 years.
What is that going to do for Nebraska? And what should Nebraskans be doing to prepare to access those funds to change Nebraska?
Well, a lot of it's going to be handled just like we handled the highway money. The money comes in, it's apportioned out by counties and cities. So it's going to, but there'll be some expanded grant opportunities too that cities can say, hey, we want to have a interstate to go around our city. There'll be those opportunities. But we got about $2.5 billion added to our highway bill for highways and bridges. We have $200 million drop out lead pipes in Nebraska, mainly in Omaha for that matter. And then we have $100 million for rural broadband. We're gonna get $800 million for the Epley Airport to make it one of the best airports in the Midwest. And our railroads are gonna be improved, but even areas outside of Nebraska has impacts on us. So, for example, our ports need modernization. If we're gonna export and win the war against China, we gotta have good ports. We're an export state. Our grain and our beef and pork go out through our ports.
Right.
So we're going to improve our ports, which will improve our exports.
Okay. Now, anything else that we need to, just pay attention to is what about the health wise, the virus? It's
you see a little spike up right now, but I know most Americans want to get back to normal. The other day I went by a school bus, and all the little kids had to have masks on. You're like, the adults don't anymore. There's something weird out there going on with, most Americans want to get back to normal.
Right.
I do recommend. I got the vaccine. I encourage it, but in the end, we want to get our people back to work fully. We want to get our schools 100% up, and I think in Nebraska we're sort of there. A lot of places in other states, not so much.
Now you talk about the workforce. People are declining workforce, low unemployment. Are people starting businesses?
I think what you see is a lot of 2-parent families. Only one member now's back at work. It used to be both were at work.
Right.
So you see a little bit of that.
Okay.
And maybe
so people are starting. That family unit is starting to come back again.
Right. And you know what? That's their right and freedom. I embrace that. People should have that choice.
Right.
But I think we had a higher workforce participation 5-6 years ago because we had two-parent working families out there.
Right.
I think we have more young adults maybe not working. They're still home with their parents. But we used to be at the nation used to be at around 68%, 67% workforce participation. Now we're like 63. So there is a difference. We have fewer people in the workforce. Now Nebraska has a higher workforce participation. So bottom line, we need to get more people to work. We need to bring more people into Nebraska.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, how's the campaign been going?
I think pretty well. In previous 3 elections, we had an environment which favored Democrats. I've been able to win in all 3 of those elections where, when you do generic polling, the Democrats will be up 2 points. In 2018, they were up like 7 or 8 points, and we still were able to win. Right now, you're seeing a generic polling where Republicans are up 5. So that's a big difference. Right. You're looking at, and what it is most Americans are mad about inflation, and they know that this president, through too much spending, put too much money out in the economy, created this inflation. They see it when they go to the supermarket. They're also mad when they go to the gas pumps. They know that we had energy independence a year and a half ago. We don't have it now.
Yeah.
And they're also looking at what's going on at the border, and they know it's not right. So you put all this together, and you put in Afghanistan. It's about a R+5 environment out there. But we're in a district that favors Republicans by 1 percentage point, which means I can't win without Democrat votes or independent votes. It's 37% Republican, 36% Democrat in District 2.
Oh, okay.
The rest are independent, not aligned or whatever. The middle somewhere.
Did redistricting
didn't change it at all?
And it changed that affect you guys?
It ended up being just the exact same percentage of Republicans and Democrats.
Okay.
And I could go more detail on it, but it really had 0 change on the proportion of Republican versus Democrat voters. I've always known to win, I have to appeal to independents and moderate Democrats. That's how I was able to get like Brad Ashford's support and other, Democrat support. And this last election, I outpolled top of the ticket by a lot, with President Trump versus President Biden. And part of it, how I've been able to do this is, like, for example, Georgetown ranks 1 through 435 by partisanship. This year, I'm number 12 out of 435. Okay. So, I mean, that's not me saying it.
So you work across the aisle.
Yeah, that's Georgetown University. The Democratic state chair she can't stand that. But
I love Georgetown University.
Facts went over her hyper-partisanship on her side. Also, there's a thing called Common Ground, and they rated me the number 1 elected official in America for seeking common ground.
Great.
And that's not me saying it. That's an outside group. Here's another thing. I rated the number 1 Republican by the chamber, the number 1 legislator by the manufacturers of America. Now I have a labor a unit, one of the largest labor unions in the country. It's going to be announced here next week. The number 1 legislator in America. So I've been able to put together pro-ag, pro-manufacturing, and labor.
Right.
And so that's I try to build a team.
Right. Well, but you forgot something. Defense, baby.
Yeah.
Defense. And so with the cybersecurity and another initiative that you put forward to make sure that our country as well as our neighborhoods are safe, which is necessary. How can we help you out to be our continuous congressman?
First, I appreciate you giving me the ability to talk with constituents right here. So I'm grateful with that. Secondly, I love doing coffees. I love doing happy hours with people, meeting neighbors, meeting circles of friends. I try to get to as many events as I can.
Okay.
I try to cover the whole district to the best of my ability. And so we just, in the end, voters want to know, they want to know their congressman.
Right.
They want to have that eye contact, shaking someone's hand, knowing that and they don't have to agree with you on 100%. They just want to see that you're a real person, that you're thoughtful, and that you're able to explain, or even sometimes just say, I don't know. Right. I've said that a few times. I'm not sure on this. I'm working on it. And they go, boy, you're the first elected official we've ever heard say that.
Right. Well, honestly, it takes you a lot further. It takes you a lot further. I know, Congressman, it's about 9:00. I know you got a probably busy schedule today.
Yeah, I'm going to be on with Joe Sciutto here soon on the national media.
Okay, good. All right, Joe. Joe, say what's up, Joe. So how's the day in Congressman? What time you get up? Do you work out before you get up? Just kind of give it a snapshot of.
Some days start at 9:00, and then I'll work out. Some days it starts earlier, but a normal day starts in DC at 8 or 9, depending on. At 10:00 is the first committee hearings.
Okay,
but you normally have like a breakfast or these morning meetings with. Could be constituents, or there's 9:00 is sort of like fair game time to start scheduling. Sometimes you see it at 8 or 7:30 for breakfasts.
Okay.
Like that. And then I normally work till 10:00 at night.
Okay.
So we go from 9 to 10, 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And I do that every night in DC. On average, will have 15 meetings during the day.
Wow.
And so we're meeting constituents, or you're meeting other congressmen or congresswomen, or it could or it could be official when you're working legislation. It's just a variety of stuff. And
or somebody could just on vacation and they want to see their congressman from Nebraska, and they just want to come in for a tour.
I don't mind doing that in DC because here, so I can work 12, 14 hours days. That's all right.
Right.
I come here though, my team likes to do the same thing. I said, nope.
Right.
I got to be home with my wife at least 3 nights a week. Yeah, right. And I want to see my kids and grandkids. So I have to work a more manageable schedule here. But often here I'll do 6, 7, 8 meetings a day in the district when I'm back home.
Okay.
And I'll say something home for 7 days. I'll say, you can schedule me 4 nights, but 3 nights I want to be home. Right. I want to enjoy family.
Right.
And so, but we work pretty hard here too.
Now, the unicameral had a short section this year. I think it was on 90 days. So Congress, do you guys ever get a break? You get vacation?
Yeah, they typically give us the month of August off, or we're supposed to be back home. They'll give us like 5 or 6 weeks before the election here. They give us, but it's sometimes typically you're going to work 3 weeks or 4 weeks in Washington, then you get a week off.
Okay.
And then in August, you get the whole month where you're back.
Okay.
So the problem is under Speaker Pelosi, she changes the schedule so much. It makes it hard to plan if you want to take a trip with your family.
Uh-huh.
When I first got elected with Paul Ryan, we knew our schedule for 2 years, and he stuck to it.
Right.
Under Speaker Pelosi, I could be at work on Monday, and we're supposed to go home on Thursday, and she'll say, oh, no, we're going till Friday now. You're like, yeah, I had 5 events scheduled in Omaha.
Right.
And so it makes it hard, but it's all right. We just got to roll with it.
Interesting. Okay, so Speaker House set the schedule for everyone?
Yes. Well, she says this is where we're going to have votes. This is where we're in session.
Uh-huh.
And she'll change it. She changes it a lot. And I think on the Democrat side, they have a little easier part because they can call in their votes. Republicans don't believe calling in our votes. We believe in voting in person. And
really?
Yeah. It's called proxy voting. And so there's a big debate. What's the role of proxy voting? And I'm of the view you play by the rules.
Is that legal? Is that legal?
It is legal. We don't like it on the Republican side because we like having debates. When you're voting in person, you get to hear what the other side's saying.
Right.
And it may, it can have an impact.
Yeah,
if you're home, you're doing your 8 meetings and then you're just calling your votes. It drives party line votes.
Right.
And
no debate.
So Speaker Pelosi sort of likes that because she has a 5-seat majority, and it helps keep her 5-seat on those close votes in her favor. Our view of it is we never voted proxy voting ever until this Congress or until COVID, right?
Okay.
I'm of the view you play by the rules of the speaker. If she wants to do proxy voting, I don't like it, but sometimes you got to do it. But I think when we take the majority back, it's not the proxy voting is going away.
Okay. All right, all right. Anything else that we need to
No,
be
I sure
watching out
enjoy
for?
it. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Let me see. Make sure I have no other questions online. I think I had one question. One. This came from California.
California.
Yeah, California. His name is Brother Eddie King, Edward King, and he's the part of the first black-owned radio station here in Omaha. He just wants your opinion on Roe v. Wade. What's your opinion on Roe v. Wade?
Well, I'll say right up front, I'm pro-life. I believe, you got a beating heart, 2 arms, 2 legs, a live being that has its own DNA. So right away, I stand on the side of life. I think it's science. I also think it's my faith driving it. But Roe v. Wade doesn't do away with abortion by itself.
Oh, so it doesn't.
No, when Roe v. Wade, if it gets overturned,
Uh-huh.
it means the states decide. And so nothing will change the day after Roe v. Wade gets overturned, but Nebraska gets to make the decisions.
Right.
And it could say, okay, we're going to stop abortions after 2 months or after the second trimester or maybe after the first trimester. I don't know what Nebraska will decide.
Right.
But now it's in the voters' hands through the state. And so a lot of people just have this misconception that if Roe v. Wade goes away, abortion's totally done. No, it's going to be the states decide. So he's from California.
Okay.
California will probably have more liberal abortion laws.
Yep.
And so now you're going to see more conservative areas, maybe more religious areas having more conservative policies, and maybe areas that are not. You're going to see more diversity with what the states are going to do. As for myself, I feel glad to be in Nebraska that's more pro-life, and I do think this is a moral issue. But I'm not into laws where I'm not into charging people crimes. I want to change hearts and minds. In the end, human life is valuable. The most precious right is the right to life.
Without a doubt. And this thing, guys, for those that are debating it, what if you were aborted? You wouldn't have had the opportunity to debate. And so let others debate. Let others debate. Anything else? Any shouts out? Anything you want to say hi to? Anything that we didn't discuss that we want to make sure we get across?
Well, shout out to whole Omaha. I really appreciate the privilege and the honor of representing you. I do encourage you to get out to vote tomorrow, and just not for Congress. Right. You need to know who your school board members are, your city council members, your county commissioners. That's where the rubber hits the road. Those folks impact your day-to-day life, and representative government only works when the voters care and get involved.
Without a doubt. And also all the way from Colorado, he said, "What's up, Congressman?" Say looking all the way from Colorado. Good morning.
My first assignment was in Colorado.
Yeah. Well, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Let's be intentional. Oh, before we get out of here, often I've seen they have some programming where they do some outreach as far as local vendors.
Yeah,
is that going to continue?
Yeah, I asked them to do that because again, here's Justin Wayne having an impact.
Right.
A lot of the contractors that work on off-it were the same folks all the time because they knew the process. And Justin Wayne comes up and says, "Don, a lot of like contractors in North Omaha just don't know the process.
Right?
How do we understand the process better so we can compete?" So I asked the Army Corps of Engineers to do a better job outreaching out and teaching. This is the process for how if you want to help build a new building or put in a parking lot, here's how you put in a bid. And so, I've asked that to happen, and that was from feedback from Senator Wayne. And so I thought this is how the system's supposed to work. But there's about a $1.2 billion worth of construction needed at Offutt. We already have $1 billion set aside, so about $200 million short, but we're going to get there. And it's because a third of the base was destroyed. We're going to rebuild it better.
Right. So, and I want to bring that up because there's so much opportunities here in Nebraska, y'all.
Yeah.
But God said, if you seek, you shall find. And I just want to make sure that we're spreading information so our neighbors can take advantage of it, y'all. We don't have to suffer because God had already blessed us with what we need. We just got to just manifest it.
Yes.
Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs, we appreciate you guys. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We're talking to our Congressman, Don Bacon. He's representative of District 2, right?
Yes.
Heck yeah, without a doubt. Omaha, we appreciate you guys. We're going to get out of here. It is 9:08. Today is Making Money Monday. Remember, it's a mindset. So partnering.
Making Bacon Monday, right?
Yeah, that's the same thing. So collaboration, partnerships, bartering, starting a LLC, a nonprofit or a corporation. that is the mindset that we need to be in as far as developing commerce. And then also all this money coming down, we're going to be teaching you guys on how to access all these dollars so we can take advantage of what God's been blessing us with. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break. We play some commercials, y'all, and then
Holy cow.
we're going to sign out.
I guess I get moving.
Lady Faye's Variety Treats is serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturdays inside the Easy Drive Package Store located at 5124 North 24th Street, opening up at noon every day. Get the best meal you had all week with Lady Faye's Variety Treats inside the Easy Drive Package Store, 5124 North 24th Street, or call 402-706-3305, 402-706-3305 to pre-order. Lady Faye's Variety Treats is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad for the heat, boy. Yeah, 94 degrees today. Heck yeah. Take care. Have a good day, bro.
Cha-ching! It's that time again, tax time. This year, get with the tax pros at Advanced Tax Solutions. We'll help you find every tax deduction you deserve to help you get the max back. Do you have a small business? No worries. We specialize in small business tax returns and help you prepare your Schedule C profit and loss statement. Don't leave any money on the table. Get back every dollar you deserve from Uncle Sam. Call Advanced Tax Solutions today at 402-972-0557 or stop by our office located at 6311 Ames Avenue. Use our 24/7 Dropbox service for your convenience. Get the max back today. Advanced Tax Solutions now serving the Omaha community and all 50 states. Call 402-972-0557 today.
Advanced Tax is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Heart Ministry Center provides food, healthcare, and a way forward to families in Omaha experiencing poverty. You can make the holiday season brighter for your neighbors in need by donating today at heartministrycenter.org or by calling 402-451-2321. Thank you for your generous support.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Attention, Omaha, Nebraska. World-class Events and Promo presents a live band musical tribute to the R&B legends Cheryl Levert and Luther Vandross. A special Mother's Day weekend event just for you. Featuring Minnesota's own national performing artist Jay Moss singing his rendition of Mr. Gerald Levert. And Ray Covington as he blesses us with a sultry delivery of the one and only Luther Vandross. Going on at the Strut, 5402 North 90th Street, Saturday, May 7th, 2022. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now. Tables, VIP booths, single seats, as well as general standing available. The Gerald Levert Luther Vandross Tribute Show. Call the Strut at 402-321-9798. 402-321-9798.
Hi, this is Tammy Wright, calling all new and registered voters. Please elect Tammy Wright for Metro Community College Board of Governors. My commitment and dedication will be to students' academics while improving diversity for economic balance to all students and meet achieved goals. Primary election held May 10, 2022. Your vote will play a significant role in my victory. Contributions and volunteers needed. Please call 402-707-9905. Come out and vote. Remember, your vote is your voice. This ad is paid by Tammy Wright, Campaign for Metro Community College Board of Governors, District 2. Thank you in advance.
It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th, a celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I no matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush. On this string, on a tarnished chain. Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush, Anjali and Timeless Band. Live. Tickets available at Chaley's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtime's at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. A celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Omaha, get ready to celebrate your father at the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival with the ultimate soul crooner, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams with the celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Also featuring the incomparable Angela Wimbush. And Angelo and Timeless. Tickets on sale now at Daily, the Rib Shack Smokehouse, the Florence Fashion, and Advanced Tax. Come celebrate Dad at the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, January 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center in Omaha. Be there. Powered by Omaha Community Broadcasting.
Spring is here, but before you head outside, visit omahalead.org to see if your soil should be tested. Most properties in eastern Omaha are eligible for free soil testing. Gardening, landscaping, or playing, make sure your yard is lead safe. Visit omahalead.org today.
I say try it for you. Buy Rib Shack Smokehouse home mode. We let you try it before you buy it. I guarantee you won't deny it. Welcome to the Rib Shack Smokehouse. Barbecue and soul food, the best of both worlds. Open weekend hours only, Thursday through Sunday. Call us at 402-502-6695, 402-502-6695. And guess what? Call us for your catering needs. We offer delivery, dine-in, takeout, 10841 Q Street, 402-502-6695. Welcome to the Rib Shack.
The Rib Shack Smokehouse is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Wayne Hudson for Douglas County Sheriff. Wayne Hudson is vetted, the only candidate for sheriff with the top secret security clearance. Wayne Hudson has been tested. He doesn't let ethical failures slide by. Hudson stands up and enforces the policies and procedures of the sheriff's office. Hudson is proven. Did you know Hudson is currently running the day-to-day operations of the sheriff's office as we speak? Hudson is trusted, endorsed by Douglas County Sheriff Tom Wheeler and retired Deputy Chief and County Treasurer John Ewing, and several other community and government leaders. Vetted, tested, proven, and trusted. With your vote, Wayne Hudson will continue to serve and protect the citizens of Douglas County. Vote Wayne Hudson, your next Douglas County Sheriff.
It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th, a celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush. On this string, on a tarnished chain. Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush, Anjali and Timeless Band. Live. Tickets available at Chaley's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtime's at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. A celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Hi, this is Congressman Don Bacon reminding you about the primary election coming up on Tuesday, May 10th. I humbly ask for your vote in this year's election. I have worked hard to be a voice for all of the 2nd Congressional District. That's why I voted for the First Step Act, ushering in the first substantive piece of criminal justice reform in decades. Passed a bill renaming the Benson Post Office after World War II hero Petty Officer Charles Jackson French. Supported and helped pass federal anti-lynching legislation to make lynching a federal hate crime for the first time in over a century. And successfully advocated for the award of a $25 billion Choice Neighborhoods grant for the North 30th Street corridor. And supported increased funding for community health centers across Omaha. With your help, we have delivered real results for our entire community, but our work is not yet finished. We need to vote. I'm Don Bacon, and I approve this message. Paid for by Don Bacon for Congress.
Omaha, get ready to celebrate your father at the 5th Annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival with the ultimate soul crooner, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams with the celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Also featuring the incomparable Angela Winbush. And Angelo and Timeless. Tickets on sale now at Daily, the Rib Shack Smokehouse, the Florence Fashion, and Advanced Stack. Come celebrate Dad at the 5th Annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, January 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center in Omaha. Be there or by Omaha Community Broadcasting.
Lady Faye's Variety Treats is serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturdays inside the Easy Dry Package Store located at 5124 North 24th Street, opening up at noon every day. Get the best meal you had all week with Lady Faye's Variety Treats inside the Easy Dry Package Store, 5124 North 24th Street, or call 402-706 3305 402-706-3305 to pre-order. Lady Faye's Variety Treats is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Cha-ching! It's that time again, tax time. This year, get with the tax pros at Advanced Tax Solutions. We'll help you find every tax deduction you deserve to help you get the max back. Do you have a small business? No worries. We specialize in small business tax returns and help you prepare your Schedule C profit and loss statement. Don't leave any money on the table. Get back every dollar you deserve from Uncle Sam. Call Advanced Tax Solutions today at 402-972-0557 or stop by our office located at 6311 Ames Avenue. Use our 24/7 Dropbox service for your convenience. Get the max back today. Advanced Tax Solutions now serving the Omaha community and all 50 states. Call 402-972-0557 today.
Advanced Tax is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Attention, Omaha, Nebraska. World-class events and promo presents a live band musical tribute to the R&B legends, Cheryl Levert and Luther Vandross. A special Mother's Day weekend event just for you. Featuring Minnesota's own national performing artist, Jay Most, singing his rendition of Mr. Gerald Levert. And Ray Covington as he blesses us with a sultry delivery of the one and only Luther Vandross. Going on at the Strut, 5402 North 90th Street. Saturday, May 7th, 2022. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now. Tables, VIP booths, single seats, as well as general standing available. The Gerald Levert Luther Vandross Tribute Show. Call the Strut at 402-321-9798. 402-321-9798.
Hi, this is Tammy Wright, calling all new and registered voters. Please elect Tammy Wright for Metro Community College Board of Governors. My commitment and dedication will be to students' academics while improving diversity for economic balance to all students and meet achieved goals. Primary election held May 10, 2022. Your vote will play a significant role in my victory. Contributions and volunteers needed. Please call 402-707-9905. Come out and vote. Remember, your vote is your voice. This ad is paid by Tammy Wright, Campaign for Metro Community College Board of Governors, District 2. Thank you in advance.
It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th. A celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush.
On this string, on a tarnished chain.
Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush, Anjali and the Timeless Band. Live. Tickets available at Shaylee's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtimes at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. A celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Spring is here, which means it's time to visit omahalead.org and look up your address to see if your soil should be tested for lead. Properties located in eastern Omaha are eligible for free soil testing if they have not already been tested. Before you head outside to start your garden or landscape project, make sure your property is lead safe for the whole family to enjoy. Give us a call and we'll schedule your free test. Visit omahalead.org today to get started. That's omahalead.org.
Omaha, get ready to celebrate your father at the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival with the ultimate soul crooner, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams with the celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Also featuring the incomparable Angela Wimbush. And Angelo and Timeless. Tickets on sale now at Daily, the Rib Shack Smokehouse, the Florence Fashion, and Advanced Tax. Come celebrate Dad, the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, January 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center in Omaha. Be there or by Omaha Community Broadcasting.
Spring is here, but before you head outside, visit omahalead.org to see if your soil should be tested. Most properties in eastern Omaha are eligible for free soil testing. Gardening, landscaping, or playing, make sure your yard is lead safe. Visit omahalead.org today.
I say try it for you. Buy Rib Shack Smokehouse Home Mode. We let you try it before you buy it. I guarantee you won't deny it. Welcome to the Rib Shack Smokehouse. Barbecue and soul food, the best of both worlds. Open weekend hours only, Thursday through Sunday. Call us at 402-502-6695, 402-502-6695. And guess what? Call us for your catering needs. We offer delivery, dine-in, takeout, 10841 Q Street, 402-502-6695. Welcome to the Rib Shack.
The Rib Shack Smokehouse is a proud supporter of AOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Wayne Hudson for Douglas County Sheriff. Wayne Hudson is vetted, the only candidate for sheriff with the top secret security clearance. Wayne Hudson has been tested. He doesn't let ethical failures slide by. Hudson stands up and enforces the policies and procedures of the sheriff's office. Hudson is proven. Did you know Hudson is currently running the day-to-day operations of the sheriff's office as we speak? Hudson is trusted, endorsed by Douglas County Sheriff Tom Wheeler and retired Deputy Chief and County Treasurer John Ewing, and several other community and government leaders. Vetted, tested, proven, and trusted. With your vote, Wayne Hudson will continue to serve and protect the citizens of Douglas County. Vote Wayne Hudson. your next Douglas County Sheriff.
It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th, a celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush. On this string, on a tarnished chain. Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush, Anjali and the Timeless Band. Live. Tickets available at Taylor's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtimes at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. A celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Omaha, get ready to celebrate your father at the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival with the ultimate soul crooner, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams with the celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Also featuring the incomparable Angela Wimbush. And Angelo and Timeless. Tickets on sale now at Daily, the Rib Shack Smokehouse, the Florence Fashion, and Advanced Tax. Come celebrate Dad, the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, January 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center in Omaha. Be there or by Omaha Community Broadcasting.
Lady Faye's Variety Treats is serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturdays inside the Easy Dry Package Store located at 5124 North 24th Street, opening up at noon every day. Get the best meal you had all week with Lady Faye's Variety Treats inside the Easy Dry Package Store, 5124 North 24th Street, or call 402-706-3305, 402-706-3305 to pre-order. Lady Faye's Variety Treats is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Heart Ministry Center provides food, healthcare, and a way forward to families in Omaha experiencing poverty. You can make the holiday season brighter for your neighbors in need by donating today at heartministrycenter.org or by calling 402-451-2321. Thank you for your generous support.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Attention, Omaha, Nebraska. World-class events and promo presents a live band musical tribute to the R&B legends Cheryl Levert and Luther Vandross. A special Mother's Day weekend event just for you. Featuring Minnesota's own national performing artist Jay Moe singing his rendition of Mr. Gerald Levert, and Ray Covington as he blesses us with a sultry delivery of the one and only Luther Vandross. Going on at the Strut, 5402 North 90th Street, Saturday, May 7th, 2022. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now. Tables, VIP booths, single seats, as well as general standing available. The Gerald Levert Luther Vandross Tribute Show. Call the Strut at 402-321-9798. 402-321-9798.
It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th, a celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush. On this string, on a tarnished chain. Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush, Anjali and Timeless Band live. Tickets available at Taylor's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtimes at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. A celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Hi, this is Tammy Wright, calling all new and registered voters. Please elect Tammy Wright for Metro Community College Board of Governors. My commitment and dedication will be to students' academics while improving diversity for economic balance to all students and meet achieved goals. Primary election held May 10th, 2022. Your vote will play a significant role in my victory. Contributions and volunteers needed. Please call 402-707-9905. Come out and vote. Remember, your vote is your voice. This ad is paid by Tammy Wright, campaign for Metro Community College Board of Governors, District 2. Thank you in advance.
Omaha, get ready to celebrate your father at the 5th Annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival with the ultimate soul crooner, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams with the celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Also featuring the incomparable Angela Wimbush. And Angelo and at Daily, the Rib Shack Smokehouse, the Floors Fashion, and Advanced Stack. Come celebrate Dad, the 5th Annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, January 19th, 6:30 p.m. at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center in Omaha. Be there or by Omaha Community Broadcasting.
Spring is here, but before you head outside, visit omahalead.org to see if your soil should be tested. Most properties in eastern Omaha are eligible for free soil testing. Gardening, landscaping, or playing, make sure your yard is lead safe. Visit omahalead.org today.
I say try it for you. Buy Rib Shack Smokehouse home mode. We let you try it before you buy it. I guarantee you won't deny it. Welcome to the Rib Shack. Barbecue and soul food, the best of both worlds. Open weekend hours only, Thursday through Sunday. Call us at 402-502-6695, 402-502-6695. And guess what? Call us for your catering needs. We offer delivery, dine-in, takeout, 10841 Q Street, 402-502-6695. Welcome to the Rib Shack.
The Rib Shack Smokehouse is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Wayne Hudson for Douglas County Sheriff. Wayne Hudson is vetted, the only candidate for sheriff with the top secret security clearance. Wayne Hudson has been tested. He doesn't let ethical failures slide by. Hudson stands up and enforces the policies and procedures of the sheriff's office. Hudson is proven. Did you know Hudson is currently running the day-to-day operations of the sheriff's office as we speak? Hudson is trusted. And retired deputy chief in County John Ewing and several other community and government leaders. Vetted, tested, proven, and trusted. With your vote, Wayne Hudson will continue to serve and protect the citizens of Douglas County. Vote Wayne Hudson, your next Douglas County Sheriff.
It's the 5th Annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival. Sunday, June 19th, a celebration of fatherhood. Starring the incomparable, the legendary Lenny Williams.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
Also starring the silky soul sounds of Angela Wimbush.
On this string, on a tarnished chain.
Featuring the incredible Anjali and Timeless Band. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center. Lenny Williams, Angela Wimbush,
Smokehouse.
Angelina Timeless Pain live. Tickets available at Shaylee's, Rip Shack Smokehouse, and Advanced Tax. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Showtimes at 6:30 p.m. It's the 5th annual Blues, Soul, and Barbecue Festival, a celebration of fatherhood. Sunday, June 19th at the Malcolm X Outside Event Center.
Hi, Congressman Don Bacon reminding you about the primary election coming up on Tuesday, May 10th. I humbly ask for your vote in this year's election. I have worked hard to be a voice for all of the 2nd Congressional District. That's why I voted for the First Step Act, ushering in the first substantive piece of criminal justice reform in decades. Passed a Benson Post Office after World War II hero, Petty Officer Charles Jackson French. Supported and helped pass federal anti-lynching legislation to make lynching a federal hate crime for the first time in over a century. I successfully advocated for the award of a $25 million Choice Neighborhoods grant for the North 30th Street corridor. I supported increased funding for community health centers across Omaha. With your help, we have delivered real results for our entire community, but our work is not yet finished. We need to vote. I'm Don Bacon, and I approve this message. Paid for by Don Bacon for Congress.
Came out bustin', came out puffin', came out on your cousin. I do all these blueses, wizard, then they daddy, but you lover, you in trouble. I'm the Sunday, I'm gon' barbecue it, something that's your busy, it ain't. I went shopping, left it running, check my hundreds, check my onion. We watch cable and my auntie, cause my papa wasn't trapping, but my uncle was the certain Mr. Magic, Billy Bashing, Mr. Magic, Billy Bashing. Miss me with that local hating on the get it cracking. I'm not surprised, I'm on the rise, been a little ride, that is my eyes, spam it a lot, just hold it down. All I require, just hold it down. They gon' talk you when we on around. Be hating when feet on the ground. Got the legit with the beat on the couch. On the on the mouse. Came out buzzing, 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 came out buzzing. Wait, Chanel on my feet, yeah that's for all my C's. I be cooked with the bees like Muhammad Ali. Nip up, uppercut this thing. Got your on the edge of her seat. She on that, I'm on the. Swear the ecstasy edge of my feet. And usually I like repetitive beat. I like the way that she move on my quality. They look good to me, but I'm the same girl cause I don't even cheat. That is a lie, repetitive freak. I don't even look, no, I don't even seek. I don't even peek. G5, repetitive G. I'm trying to get out of mother cheese. I'm a boss, I'm wherever it be. I've been on tour, I see more. I told them just feed me beats. Just like my music, yo, came out buzzing, 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 came out buzzing. I'm road running, I'm so gunning, high tech digit, fat for a button, passport shouted, airport pilot, NASCAR audit, swan time bombing, 2 white. Still gon' pick it, flash kick it, still toe bitch it, young like slizzy, get back with you, step back, hit him with the step back, switch it. Hey, open that and melt, might diss it, might triple, might missile, might hit you, freaky walker, that might Cody, that might. I've been stacking for him, really. When he pull up, they gon' think that he went platinum up in prison. I'm just flowing on the river, BB early, BB gorgeous, BB with it, BB for it. Let me do donuts in your foreign. Let me play number 8 while I do it. Let me control it, I can control it. Either with one hand, maybe with nothing. Play with my zipper, play with my bubble. That was your sister, that was my summer. Came out buzzing, came out.